Welcome back to Open, everyone. Our next guest is an award-winning actor and playwright who recently published his first book of poetry called Spanish Coffee, Black, No Sugar. And, well, after losing his parents just months apart, he decided to cope with his loss by writing a poem a day. And here, a week, excuse me, a poem a week. Yeah, a day would be a lot. He's here now to share more. Please welcome author of Spanish Coffee, Black, No Sugar, A.B. Lugo.
Hi, Rhina. How you doing?
Good, 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 good. No, I know. A week. I'm like,
here's my book.
Yeah.
Bam.
Well,
No,
it'd be
that'd be
more
crazy.
like a whole encyclopedia collection.
Right? Unless they're all haikus. No.
Yeah. Well, you know that works too. The idea is that you get the point across.
That's right.
Right. So, okay, AB, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Please.
You know, we have a long history. I've known AB for very, very, very
Before
long.
the BC AD changeover, we had to turn back the clocks. Remember that?
Yeah, something like that. Not that far, but he went too far. But I was just about to just get into the whole being in each other's lives for very many years, and you know, life happening, and we went through an unfortunate event with you.
I can talk about it.
Yes, yes, please talk about it.
So yeah, the book came about because I had been wanting to write some more stuff, and I haven't been writing in a while because I'm also an actor and a director, writer, as you say, playwright. And I said, let me start writing. I'm gonna start writing. I'm gonna focus on writing. And then that was in 2015. And 2015, that year just smacked me in the face several times. It was a really heavy year. I lost my mother in February, I lost my father in October, and I lost a bunch of other people sprinkled throughout that year. So it became a lot. So when 2016 came about, I said, I'm gonna write a poem a week just to put it out there, just for me, originally just for me. And then the more I wrote about it, the more I realized it was shaping into some sort of book. And I remember showing it to a friend of mine who's a writer. His name is John Marcantoni, and I showed him 26 poems halfway through the year, and he said, well, this is really good. You know I'm starting a publishing imprint, right? And I said, excuse me, what? Yes, him and his wife, Suzette Marcantoni, and called La Casita Grande. He said, send me more stuff. So by the time 39 weeks, 3/4 of the year came in, he said, we're gonna launch our website, and we'd be honored if we can call your books one of the first books we published in 2017.
Wow.
And that's how this book came about.
What a blessing, right? To
Yeah.
turn tragedy into just something memorable, something documented, something that is now historical
and
for you.
No, and it also means a lot because the title is a line in one of my poems where it was referring to my father being bitter as Spanish coffee, black, no sugar. But my mother, when she would drink Spanish coffee, which was every day, being the Latina that she is.
Well, that's how we do.
That's how we do.
I am the café con leche.
That's in
I'm
Oakland.
like, yo café con leche.
Exacto. So yeah, the way she drank it was always black, no sugar. So it was a nice way for me to actually pay tribute to my parents, both of them in the title.
Nice. And so, can you read something first so that we can get an idea
Sure,
and discuss
sure.
this further? Because, you know, my heart, it gets a little heavy just knowing the inspiration behind it, but it's such a wonderful and beautiful gesture.
No, and I tell you,
pay
it's not just,
homage.
thank you,
Yes.
and it's not just heavy, it's not all heavy, it's not like Debbie Downer at all. I mean, I think for me, I think of it as a way of processing grief and overcoming it in a way. And I feel like a lot of it is what affected me that week. So if I had a very good week, I wrote about it as a good week, you know, and it wasn't anything, so you could read it as a piece by piece, or you could read it all the way through.
Okay, so what are you reading for us right now?
I'm reading a piece called Douglas, and it's a reference to the Frederick Douglass houses, which is where my paternal grandparents lived.
Okay.
Crosstown Odyssey, east to west, Munoz Marin to Ellington, riding the M116 crosstown from my hometown to that of my father. Mysterious yet familiar, storefronts have changed, but the buildings are still there, most of them. The new is somewhat here, coffee shops, halal food carts, upscale boutiques. But mom and pop stores, laundromats, and Douglas projects also survive. Ah, Douglas. Where abuelo and abuelita raised my dad and tios, first on the 19th floor, then down to the 11th, with an optimistic view of downtown and the sign on Columbus warning motorists of the hill ahead. The closet full of canned food, makeshift fallout shelter, portraits of Jesus and JFK, overlooked furniture kept new through the clever yet effective use of plastic slipcovers. The apartment got smaller as I grew bigger, but the mystique never changed. My abuelita's tiny hands and the smell of her cooking. Abuelo's charcoal skin and his cigar, which smelled of roasted apple. Talking with my aunts and uncles, conversations long forgotten yet remembered for the current absence. Abuelo and abuelita are long gone. Tios and tias long moved away. I remember how I'd see hands waving us goodbye from the window when we would leave. The building's still there. Red bricks faded with age. And every time I walk by there, I have to fight the instinct to turn toward the building, go up to the 11th floor and ask my abuelos for their bendición.
Aww.
Thank you.
Aww. That was a time capsule right there. I can relate to it. We all know. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Bravo. Bravo,
thank
Edie.
you.
Bravo. So talk to me about now that it's published, and are you going to be doing book tours?
We're starting that up right now, and the first stop is actually in New York, and it's going to be 1 week from today, the 14th of July, at Word Up Community Bookshop. That is on Amsterdam Avenue and West 164th Street. I'm trying to remember the building number, but I know the producers have it, so hopefully it'll show up on the screen somewhere.
Right.
But it's on Word Up Community Bookshop 1 week from today. That's the 14th July at 7 p.m. to 8:30.
It's beautiful.
And books will be on sale there. And I can sign them for you.
Right. So that's nice that you're starting at a community bookstore. Right.
I wanted to keep it that way, yeah.
Right. No, I see the release party July 14th, right?
Oh, cool.
And so you're going to be doing book signings, and you're going to be doing readings as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
there'll be other places in New York planned as well, and I know they're talking of other places, including Colorado, because that's where La Casita Grande is located, so it's going to be fun.
Oh, nice. So
And
the
it's a Puerto
publishing
Rican-run company.
in Colorado?
Yep.
Very nice.
Colorado Springs.
Very cool. You just got yourself a nice trip to Colorado, huh?
A little bit, a little bit. And yeah, and what's also great is that they have this, and they're going to kill me, but because they're overloaded, but it's great. They have this thing called LCG Lounge, where if you can submit stuff to them, and it goes on their website component, their web component, so you can get web published through them as well.
Nice. Well, look at you. Are you web published?
Yes, I am.
As well. So, well, because, you know, the millennials, you know, they don't read like we do. We like to feel the book.
Right, have it, like open it up, smell it, you know? That kind of thing.
Absolutely. And cuddle up in bed and switch the pages. Not like this.
I know,
like
right?
This.
Yeah, like I like to turn a page, but it's okay.
Well, you know, whatever's your preference.
Those young
it's really
whippersnappers
good.
today, we become those people.
I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true.
I
With
go
your
back and
special,
forth.
with your special spectacles that have like, what's that? That Snapchat?
Forever young, baby. Forever young.
You're
Spanish
young
coffee.
as you feel, baby.
I'm forever young. I have an 8-year-old to keep me there.
Beautiful 8-year-old.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Spanish coffee, black, no sugar.
Yes.
Yes. Before we go and we wrap this up, why no sugar?
Because I drink it with stevia now. It's true. I'm trying to cut out my sugar. But my mother used to always drink it that way. Black, no sugar, just plain, just bitter.
So
just,
it's really
bitter.
about
it
mommy.
Wakes you up.
It's really about mommy is what it's really about.
Well, yeah, but also because my father was bitter like Spanish coffee, black, no sugar.
All right,
that was
so
a line
there's
too.
the
So
metaphor.
both of them.
It's both of them.
That's why
beautiful.
I got to have both of them.
Nice,
And that's in the
nice.
cover art, which was by two people as well. One of them is Suzette Marcantoni. Is their hands.
Yes.
It's their hands.
It's your mom and dad's hand. Let me get that. Oh, look, we're showing it
Look at
right
that.
now. Awesome, beautiful. And that's who we are. We're the original rainbow people.
That's right.
Latinos. That's it. Black and white.
Thank you so much for
No,
having me
thank you, AB. AB, congratulations. I love you too. And once again, you guys, for more on AB Lugo and his book, check out his Facebook page, AB Lugo-author.